Okay, I got cut off at the 10-minute mark. So that's great. We'll just do 2 10-minute videos if that's what will happen. Okay, so we released ourselves from appeasement. We said we're just going to give it a try. Hey, why not? What's the harm in just trying it? Just for today, we're going to try to not act in appeasement. And so now what percent are we open to having mercy for ourselves and for others? Now we're at 50%. That's great. So we opened ourselves up 50% of the way. What do we got to do the other 50%? So we're going to chart 21 final items in this one beautiful universe. Openness to receiving greater good. This comes up all the time. What percent is the collective open to receiving greater good? 0%. So now what do we need to do to open us up to receiving greater good? Because honestly, if we can't receive greater good, then we're certainly not going to allow ourselves to receive mercy. We're not going to have mercy on ourselves. If that mercy would lead to greater good, but we're blocked to greater good, then why would the heck would we allow ourselves to have mercy for ourselves and for other people? Okay, so the duality at the I am level of consciousness. So a difficulty in accepting our duality. So what percent are we open to accepting our own duality? 0%. And so this also could just mean, duality is like how can all the things exist at the same time? How can light and darkness exist at the same time? How can good and evil, right and wrong? How can I want to be close to my partner but also feel so far away? How can I want to stand up for myself and have boundaries, but I also want to be empathetic and kind and loving and give other people what they want at the same time? So we're struggling with the duality of standing up for ourselves, for what we want, for what would be in alignment for us, and what we feel is the best thing for other people or the thing that the other person wants. So we're just asking for that to be cleared and released now, and for us to find peace with duality. I release myself to have peace with duality. I accept that all things do contain some level of good and bad, right or wrong, dark and light. I accept that sometimes I will not have the perfect answer that makes the perfect sense. I accept that sometimes I'm going to have to go through periods of discomfort before I can find alignment and achieve alignment. I accept that alignment is not always the easiest choice. I accept that sometimes alignment is really hard and uncomfortable and painful, but that doesn't mean it's not right. I accept that I can be loved even when I'm not acting out of appeasement. I accept that I matter even when I have a boundary and a need. You can say yes, you can say amen, you can nod your head, you can just in your mind be like, yeah, girl, I hope that's true. I want that for me. I hope that's true. Okay, so we're going to go to chart 17 is what this is telling me. Chart 17, hidden vows, hidden curses. So releasing ourselves from any vow, any curse, hidden or revealed, that has told us that we need to operate inside of appeasement and out of alignment. And we release ourselves from those vows and those curses. Now, those can be vows and curses that came down through the family line. I feel that way a lot whenever vows and curses come up. It's almost like your mom put this curse upon you as she taught you and modeled for you that appeasement was the way to operate. It was almost like that was a curse that she was placing on you as well, because when that is what you were modeled, that is what you will learn to do. When that is a gift that you are given through your genetic line, that is what then is now your thing that you have to contend with and you have to deal with for the rest of your life. You now have this vow to appeasement because your mom had a vow to appeasement, or because your dad had a vow to appeasement and you watched him appease everyone else in the family. Maybe you watched him appease your mom, and that was toxic and bad. Maybe your mom was messed up and your dad did nothing to defend you from them. Vice versa, whatever gender, whatever story, whatever dynamic, whatever role, you can put yourself into that now. But basically what I'm saying is like you were shown that appeasement was the way to operate. You were shown that putting yourself last was the way to operate. And in that way, it was a curse placed upon you because that was what was modeled for you. And when improper, unhealthy, toxic ways of being are the thing that we are modeled and shown, that in itself is a curse. And you could have a whole family vow to appeasement. I'm pretty sure my family has a vow to appeasement. I'm pretty sure my family has a vow to deep, deep self-sacrifice at the expense of happiness. And I'm just going to say I release myself from that vow now. I can take care of other people and also take care of myself. I can prioritize other people and prioritize myself. And you can say this with me now. I trust myself to be able to prioritize myself and take good care of other people. Spirit, clear it. Okay. Is there anything else on these charts that you want us to look at today, Spirit? We've got just a few minutes left. Is this 32 or chart 1? Chart 32. Okay. Chart 32. And then I have a feeling that this is just sort of wrapping up. So what is it on chart 32 you want to show us before we take off? Our organs and glands. So we're applying beautiful, loving, healing energy to all of our organs and glands. And it's absolutely true that our organs and glands can take a big hit when we're operating inside of appeasement and unhappiness, and we don't have mercy for ourselves and what we want and need. Do you think that your organs and glands don't suffer when you do things out of alignment? You don't think your organs and, I mean, think about how your stomach is affected when you do something you don't want to do, and when your boundary has been stepped all over, or you allow your boundary to be stepped all over, or you betray yourself because you're operating out of appeasement. What happens to your stomach? I guarantee you get a stomach ache. I guarantee you get heartburn, constipation, nausea, whatever the case may be. And that's just one organ. Think about all the other organs, the quieter organs, the organs that don't show their symptoms as loudly as our stomach. Think about what's happening to those organs, those glands, those tissues every time you betray yourself. And so I want you to just say, I accept this healing now. I accept this healing for my organs and my glands. And I am so sorry, organs and glands, for every time I have betrayed myself. I take accountability and responsibility for the damage that I've done to you. And I take accountability and responsibility for your healing, which we open ourselves up to embrace and accept now. I accept this healing for my organs and my glands now. And again, I am so sorry. Like, thank you, body. I love you, body. Thank you so much for every time you put up with my bullshit. Every time you put up with it when I have betrayed you. Thank you so much. Whew, okay, Rosie and I are going to be getting ready to go out to the river here while we still have some light, but we're going to give us some replacement energies, and we're going to say we're doing 100% of mop up, and we are going over into love of self, happiness, understanding, hospitality, self-esteem, and that's it. So those are our replacement energies today, folks. We're doing 100% of a mop up, as we said before. Happy Saturday from Rosie and I. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we will see you next time on another episode of Clearing with Kate.